The al-Qaeda affiliate in the region claimed responsibility for that attack. And now, months later, a new video has emerged showing perhaps how those fighters were able to penetrate so far into the UN base. The footage shows men wearing mock-up French fatigues and distinctive UN blue helmets. Well, our counter-terrorism expert Wasim Nasser has been following this story in that new video closely for us here in Paris. Wasim, first of all, what can we learn from this new video that's come out?
Actually, it's a very rich video in terms of information. First of all, it's labeled by As-Sahab, which is the media branch of al-Qaeda Central, which gives it more importance in the propaganda, on the propaganda scene, jihadi propaganda scene. And then we see many jihadi scholars, dead or alive, speaking out, from bin Laden, passing by Abu Qatada al-Palestini, who I met in Amman a few months ago, and it has its importance because when I asked Akim operatives, why is he in this video, since he was more or less against al-Qaeda in Syria, they were because in the Maghreb we don't have, on the Sahel, we don't have this kind of problem. We recognize everybody. And in this video we saw, before we saw Abu al-Humam, who was given dead in Libya after an American strike. And in this video, as you said before, we see here like the jihadis, those are jihadis wearing UN helmets and then Malian soldiers fatigues, and they even painted their vehicles in white and putting UN logo on them. And then we will see one of the commanders of the attack, who's a kamikaze who died along this attack, wearing French fatigue, even with a French flag. We see him here. This is the first guy who attacked the first checkpoints before arriving at the base. We should know that the attack was a failure, even though they have one dead and many wounded, because the jihadis maybe didn't expect to have such a quick opposition from French special forces who were on spot and who killed the first kamikaze, blowing his car before reaching the gates. But then they sent two other attackers and they were able to enter the facility.
Does it seem to you that France was being directly targeted in this?
Of course, France has been mentioned all along the 33 minutes video, and even one of the jihadi scholars said that France is being attacked on it's a war, a dogmatic war with France, and also an economic war with France regarding that what they say, since France for them is taking the riches of the African continent. And we should know that when we see this video, we look at they show many attacks going back to even March 2017. The attack of Bulkisi, we see the attack of Sevare, where is the headquarters of the G5 this summer. We saw the attack of Timbuktu, of course, and another attack in Gao, which targeted the French army. And it shows us they are bringing up the level of violence by using kamikaze attack and more coordinated attacks using drones, etc. And it goes after also the threats that they made in May against French enterprises and companies working in the Sahel region.
Okay, Wasim Nasser, our counter-terrorism expert, thank you very much indeed for your analysis on the programme.